Hi and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham and I'm coming to you from Singapore. I'm attending the Tribeca Future Facing Commodities Conference, and I, at the moment, am speaking with Julian Woodcock of Viking Mines. Now, Julian, we were just having a chat before about vanadium and maybe how much it's not on the radar screens of a lot of people. Can you bring us up to speed on what vanadium is? Are you in an education phase?
Yes, Wally, that's a really critical thing about all my conversations with investors. I'd say 70 to 80% say, what is vanadium? In fact, I had a guy with me this morning. He even asked me, was it a recently discovered element? And I said, it's been around a while, but it reflects the understanding. So yes, my time is spent greatly explaining the importance of vanadium. I think not many people realise it's in the steel sector. It's a hardening agent. So all the buildings around us have a lot of vanadium, or vanadium is within that. 90% of the world's supply goes into that use. But what's really growing is the redox flow battery sector. So we've seen within a few years going from 1% of the annual consumption going to now 10% last year, and projected growth going up to around 50% of global supply. So the demand for vanadium is significantly growing. And that's really a key thing that I think people need to understand. Lithium dominates the news as a commodity, but vanadium's coming up in the wings.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows lithium batteries. That's all you sort of hear of.
Yeah.
But and I think you're right. I think we are going to start hearing more about vanadium batteries because they have a different use too, don't they?
Yeah, look, they're all around long duration energy storage. They are big, they're heavy, so they're not going to be in cars and they're not going to be in mobile devices, but they have a lot of huge advantages over lithium ion. So they last 20 to 30 years, more than double the life of your typical lithium ion battery. They can be 100% charged and discharged over that entire lifetime, and also they're fully recyclable at the end. So the vanadium that you put in at the start, you can just pump out and put in a new battery at the end. So for those reasons, the cost per kilowatt hour of energy they produce is less than that of a lithium ion. And I think, again, lithium ion will be an uptake. We're going to see a recycling component in the future that's going to create problems, as well as the capital outlay repeat required. And for that reason, I think we'll see the vanadium batteries take their own stage.
Now, I'm about to look either very smart or a little bit not so, but the vanadium batteries, are they also for like large power storage, like in a household, in a neighbourhood, that sort of thing?
Yeah, you can. There are residential systems that will compete for your Tesla Powerwalls that are making it into market, produced in the US and Germany. But generally, they are large units that, for example, in China, there's a 100 megawatt battery, runs for 4 hours, and it will power 100,000 homes. It's the size of a massive factory. And then the more industrial size, going in mine sites and the like, are container sized. So yes, they're big. You put them down somewhere and you don't move them. You just rely on the power capabilities they have.
All right, so that's vanadium. Now let's hear about you. So the cane grass project, is that correct?
Yep. So the cane grass battery minerals project, and the precursor for the discussion on vanadium is we've got a strong vanadium asset which is located in WA, 6 hours northeast of Perth. We've taken this project and grown it rapidly over the last 12 months. We started off with the farming arrangement we have with a 70 million tonne resource, or a little bit less than that. Over the last year, we've drilled that. We've delivered over 145 million tonnes now in resource. We've completed a pit optimization study that we've settled on a 61 million tonne scenario, which shows that we've got potentially viable project. We're now moving to infilling that resource to get the improved confidence to indicated. Metallurgy has been delivering. We're showing we can extract the vanadium out of the rock. We have benefits of iron as a byproduct, titanium opportunity, nickel, copper, cobalt, so it's polymetallic. And yeah, it's got a lot of opportunity in front of us. Massively undervalued in the stock, I have to say that as the MD. We're a 10 million market cap, a 1 cent share price. We recently showed that this project has economic potential and we didn't even shift the dial. Fully funded, 5 million in the bank at the end of the last quarter, which means we're funding all of our activities. So any investors could have a look and see our presentation, they'll see the workflow.
So the activity over the next 6 months or so, are you getting out there and working that resource up again?
Yes, so now that we've got these pit shells to work within, we will be looking at planning infill drilling to carry it to indicated, metallurgical test works running in parallel, and the intent is to embark and complete a scoping study within this calendar year.
All right. Well, we like to hear about stories like this. We like to bring it to our viewers here at the Resources Roadhouse, Julian, so make sure you stay in touch.
All right, thanks for your time, Wally.